Have you ever stumbled upon something old and wondered about its story? That's exactly how this rustic outdoor kitchen project started. With a pile of salvaged windows and a vintage sink, each piece with its own tale to tell. Join me as we bring these forgotten treasures back to life and create a space that's both beautiful and functional. Welcome to Homescape Project. Transforming old windows into cabinet faces gives any outdoor kitchen instant character. This segment shows key steps: selecting windows with good glass and intact frames, reinforcing with thin plywood backing, and adding simple interior shelves for durability. We cover hinge choices for exterior use, corrosion-resistant hardware, and how to install magnetic or sliding catches that keep doors closed in breezy gardens. For weather protection, the slideshow recommends sealing sash joints, using clear silicone glazing where needed, and lining cabinet boxes with breathable but water-resistant materials. Visuals show before and after contrasts and layout tips so your window cabinets serve both form and function. Display ceramics, keep cooking tools dry, and allow sunlight to stream into your prep zone while keeping the rustic look intact. A battered farmhouse sink is a dramatic focal point once refurbished. This section walks through assessing porosity and structural damage, choosing between enamel retouch and full reglaze, and when to call a professional for casting or welding repairs. For DIY-friendly fixes, we show cleaning techniques for heavy mineral deposits, stepwise rust removal, and epoxy-based chip repair kits. Drain and faucet compatibility tips help you integrate modern plumbing without compromising vintage aesthetics. For outdoor use, we recommend weatherproofing exposed connections and using braided stainless flex lines. The slideshow also highlights finishing touches: polished metal polish for visible areas, rubber gaskets for long-term sealing, and proper slope for drainage, ensuring a restored sink that looks authentic and performs reliably in a garden kitchen. Reclaimed wood counters add warmth and sustainability. We demonstrate selecting boards with stable grain, flattening warped planks with simple jig techniques, and joining boards with biscuits or pocket screws for long runs. Surface finishing options include food-safe oils for a natural look or marine-grade polyurethane for extra protection. We show pros and cons of each. For outdoor durability, the slideshow recommends breathable sealers and regular maintenance schedules, annual oiling or touch-up sanding. Details include how to attach a butcher block top to a metal or framed base while allowing for seasonal wood movement, plus ideas for hidden drainage channels and integrated cutting stations. Expect visuals of tool lists, joint close-ups, and cost-saving sourcing tips using deconstructed pallets, barn boards, and reclaimed decking. Repurposing windows as cabinet or pantry doors preserves character and saves money. This part explains measuring for overlay versus inset installs, trimming and shimming frames for square mounting, and choosing hinges that tolerate humidity changes. We cover replacing single-pane glass with insulated or tempered glass where safety is a concern, and adding removable interior screens or frosted film for privacy. Practical advice includes reinforcing fragile mud tins, retrofitting magnetic catches, and using weather stripping on lower cabinets to block pests. The visuals demonstrate step-by-step fitting and finishing, sanding, staining, or painting to match your outdoor palette, so the final doors feel cohesive with the rest of the rustic kitchen. A full look doesn't require a full budget. This slideshow highlights high-impact, low-cost swaps. Start with a focused focal point, salvaged sink or windowed cabinet, add simple counters made from reclaimed wood, and use thrifted hardware for charm. Lighting upgrades, string lights, mason jar pendants, and solar pathway lamps elevate evenings without large electrical work. We share DIY backsplash ideas using leftover tiles, pebbles, or painted cement board, and demonstrate how to repurpose old furniture. An antique dresser becomes an island. Maintenance-friendly finishes and strategic plantings hide imperfections and reduce ongoing costs. Emphasis is on sourcing locally, flea markets, Habitat for Humanity restores, and community salvage Facebook groups, illustrated with before/after visuals and shopping checklists to maximize style per dollar. Patina tells a story, but some corrosion needs addressing. This clip shows gentle cleaning methods for cast iron, copper, and stainless sinks, vinegar and baking soda poultices for mineral buildup, mild rust converters for surface oxidation, and fine abrasive pads for light pitting. For copper or brass, we present patina preserving polishes that brighten without stripping desirable aging. Essential safety tips include testing in an inconspicuous spot, wearing gloves, and avoiding harsh acids on enamel finishes. The sequence covers post-cleaning sealing with wax or clear lacquers where appropriate to slow re-corrosion, and demonstrates how selective preservation can keep vintage character while improving hygiene and usability. Lighting transforms an outdoor kitchen from utilitarian to magical. This segment explores layered lighting, task lights for prep, under-cabinet LED strips or focused pendants, ambient lights for dining, warm LED string or Edison-style bulbs, and accent lights for plants and pathways. We discuss IP ratings for fixtures, battery or solar-powered options for easy installs, and dimmable setups for mood control. Materials that fit a rustic aesthetic, oil-rubbed bronze, aged brass and mason jar pendants, are paired with practical advice about bulb color temperature, 2700K, 3000K recommended. The slideshow includes wiring tips for safe outdoor circuits and quick retrofit ideas where running new conduit isn't possible. Salvaged wood can last outdoors with the right prep. This portion details moisture testing, removing soft rot, and treating with borate solutions before sealing. We compare penetration oils, spar urethanes, and marine varnishes for UV and moisture protection, and explain how to ventilate cabinet backs to avoid trapped humidity. For joints, exterior-grade adhesives and stainless fasteners prevent staining and deterioration. Raised cabinet bases, sloped counter overhangs, and removable interior liners are shown as strategies to keep direct water off sensitive surfaces. Visuals include application techniques, brushing versus spraying, drying times, and maintenance cues so viewers can plan annual upkeep without overbuilding. Small spaces demand smart flows. This segment shows 3 compact layouts: linear, single wall, L-shaped and island plus wall, with pros and cons for each depending on grill size, prep area, and storage needs. We present circulation clearances, ideal counter depths, and how to integrate a vintage sink into tight footprints. Multi-use elements, fold-down counters, sliding window cabinets, and tucked-away trash chutes are highlighted to maximize utility. Visual guides show how to balance work triangle principles in a patio setting and how vertical storage and open shelving using salvaged windows can create depth without crowding. Finding quality salvage is half the fun. This part lists practical sourcing channels: architectural salvage yards, estate sales, local auction sites, community buy nothing groups, and salvage apps. We show how to evaluate pieces in person, checking structural soundness, measuring for fit and spotting reparable damage, and how to negotiate transport or dismantling. Tips include taking detailed photos and measurements before purchase, looking for makers' marks that indicate durability, and bringing a partner for heavy lifts. The slideshow also encourages building relationships with local restorers and tradespeople who often know of upcoming deconstructions. Mason jars and vintage fixtures create warm, approachable lighting. This clip demonstrates safe ways to convert jars into pendants, proper sockets, heat-tolerant lids and cord strain relief, how to weatherproof connections, and where to use LED filament bulbs to preserve an antique glow without heat risk. We also show how to mount salvaged fixtures from old lamps or chandeliers, retrofit for outdoor-rated wiring, and mix styles for a collected look. Practical safety notes cover proper IP-rated enclosures for exposed fixtures and grounding best practices when adapting old hardware. Fresh herbs make outdoor cooking sensory and efficient. This portion shows integrating potted or vertical herb gardens near prep areas for ease of access, using salvaged window frames as tiered planters, and pairing drought-tolerant species with containers that drain well. Tips include soil mixes that retain moisture but avoid root rot, positioning for light exposure, and companion planting that repels common pests. Styling ideas pair terracotta, galvanized buckets, and reclaimed wooden planters to tie plantings to the rustic kitchen aesthetic. Safe fastening is critical when using antique windows as doors. This section covers reinforcing frames with thin steel L-brackets or hardwood cleats, using exterior rated hinges with longer screws into solid framing, and pre-drilling to prevent splitting. We demonstrate a reversible installation approach that uses removable fasteners and rubber bumpers to prevent glass contact with hard surfaces. For heavier windows, concealed piano hinges or center supports are recommended. The slideshow also highlights weather seals and discrete drainage gaps so condensation doesn't collect inside cabinets. Choosing the right coatings preserves beauty and prevents damage. We compare breathable oils versus film-forming paints, explain when to use stain-blocking primers on tannin-rich woods, and recommend marine-grade epoxies for frequently wet surfaces. For metal hardware, rust-inhibiting primers and clear coats maintain patina while stopping active corrosion. Application tips include working in mild temperatures, applying thin multiple coats, and sanding lightly between finishes for adhesion. The visuals show test patches on common materials so viewers can see outcomes before committing to a full restoration. final styling brings the whole look together without overspending. This clip covers affordable accents. Thrifted textiles for seating, mismatched enamelware for serving, salvaged crates for open shelving, and potted succulents for low-maintenance greenery. Layered textures, rough-hewn wood, hammered metal, and soft linens create depth while keeping costs down. We demonstrate grouping odd-numbered items for visual balance, using neutral palettes with a few bold accents, and implementing swap-out seasonal decor to keep the space fresh. The slideshow ends with a one-page staging checklist so viewers can recreate the look quickly. That's a wrap on our Rustic Outdoor Kitchen Revival. Remember, every old piece holds a story waiting to be told, and it's our job to give it a new chapter. If you enjoyed this rescue mission, please give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends who love DIY projects, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more creative adventures. Also, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Drop a comment below with what vintage piece you'd love to rescue next. I'd love to hear your ideas.